We are 5Alive. I'm Bobby T, and we are live for the 11th time, but really like the 18th time. Actually, it's more like the 28th. We are the show of technical difficulties, so let's see how this one rolls tonight.
Where's your little clapper?
Man, that thing fell apart. So let's just jump right. We're going to jump right in.
Quality,
I have a couple other
quality,
things.
Amazon parts.
So we're just going to jump right in and
let's...
actually explain to everybody what we're talking about here. I had bought the clicker to whatever it's called.
Clapper.
The slates.
Yeah, clapper.
The slates.
Yep.
The slates.
For making videos.
The things that directors use to start the scene.
Number one, the first thing that happened was everything's written in Japanese on the package.
I thought you knew how to read kanji.
Exactly. You made fun of me earlier for not being able to do that.
Listen, you stupid idiot. Wait, that's because you can't take context clues. Look at the photo. You go, oh, 2 plus that? That's a Build-A-Figure.
Kick the shit out of you.
Anyway, so I get these markers, and written in kanji on the side is apparently permanent marker. Not dry erase as it was promised.
See, here's the thing. Kanji is so difficult that just one slight mismark, it changes from dry erase to permanent. That's what it was.
Round eyes.
Playing with my daughter, I jokingly put like Lily's Roadhouse, like just kind of messing around.
Because your daughter's always throat grabbing people.
And she's got a killer, like what is it, the roundhouse kick? No, So anyway, I write on it jokingly, and we're about to shoot an episode, and I'm like, all right, let's write down what the episode is. And I go to wipe it, and I go to wipe it again. It was permanent markers. Martin, this made Martin's day.
This made my year.
So hold on. You guys talk for a second. I'm gonna go find it. I don't remember where I put it because I think everyone needs to see this.
Did you put it in the trash where it belongs?
Damn it.
See, I mean, we've had bad days for the past couple days, and I think that's why this stuff just makes
it better.
That happened to me the other day. I had an annoying day at work, so I was dealing with some annoying people in my store.
You were at work.
Yeah, exactly. And
I did that math myself.
Yes, thank you for connecting the dots. That's it. The story's done. He knows why my day was crappy, and that's it. But my boss was also having a maybe worse day because she was having some car issues. So my problems were people related.
I hate that.
Her problems were money related. So
right.
that trumps, what. So she comes into work and, I'm talking to her about what's going on and everything like that. And I was like, well, not to be a dick, but I'm really glad you're having a bad day because that just makes me feel better. Not because I'm glad that you as a person
sharing in the misery.
Yeah, exactly. But it just puts what I'm going through in perspective.
And right there, you fat
where is it? You let me look for it the whole damn time, you jerk. All right, I'm sorry, Chris. Martin's an asshole.
That's okay. So I was glad that she was having a bad day, not because I'm a terrible person and I'm like, man, I want you to have a bad day too. But it's because it put me into context that, man, she's having real problems and I'm having, stuff that I can walk away from,
right.
Which I did. I quit right there. Yeah, exactly. I quit immediately. I was like, I'm done.
Consequently, you have no money.
Yeah.
All right,
you are living on the streets.
So this is the board in question. It's supposed to be dry erase. Very clearly, it is not. I'm not going to clack it because I think that might stop.
How is your shot-by-shot remake of Roadhouse coming
starring my daughter? So I'm not going to clack it because then that would actually stop the live feed if I clack this right now.
That would not be good.
Dude, technical difficulty 1 right there. Yeah.
As I'm standing there talking...
Is that a type of difficulty if you're that dumb that you do it?
No.
I'm just going to rip it out of his hands and click it in.
All right, so I'm talking to Carissa, and I'm like, just kind of like mess with it, and I go... because this is the definition of our weeks right here. I think this is it. This is Murphy's week. It's gone wrong for 5Alive this week.
I was kind of surprised that he didn't just throw that across,
the room.
Because I was laughing, and I could just see the look of anger.
I was so mad. I wanted to kill somebody so badly. So, all right, on to the stuff we have to talk about.
So I think we should start calling your daughter...
Do we have things that we have to talk about?
I think your daughter's new nickname is now the Cooler. Much like Patrick Swayze in the film Roadhouse.
Cooler T.
And you need to start wearing shades, much like the blind guitarist in Roadhouse.
Dude, this is we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but Bobby T and I the other day went on a little toy haul trip.
Hanging out without me.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, dude, we don't hang out with Martin.
Exactly.
As it showed.
We made sure to figure out what day specifically Martin was working so that we
Let
could
me
hang
get my
out.
Martin calendar. We're good.
And it's you have a calendar for me, not because you like me so much, out of spite.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no, this is a spite calendar.
Yep. It's like these are the
100%.
days Martin's working, these are the days that he's busy, and then I purposely make sure that my work schedule revolves around that, so I have the day off.
It's an Alexa Bliss calendar.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course it is.
Oh yeah,
It could
it's a
be.
Suicide Squad / Alexa Bliss calendar. So
it's Alexa Bliss and that idiot
Diarrhea
Joker.
Jacks?
And Jared Leto's
Jared
Joker,
Leto's Joker.
together for the
Oh my
first
God.
time.
What if? Oh boy, WWE. If you are listening to
They're
this,
not.
I'm some crazy. I don't want this.
They're
James
gonna do it now.
Ellsworth as the
No,
Joker
no,
with
no,
Alexa
no,
Bliss's big Harley Quinn, chinless Joker.
They're gonna do that now.
And guess what? Still be a better Joker.
So I don't know if anyone can see this. Just in that reference alone, Martin's face is bright red
So
with
angry.
no. It's like
So
red
angry.
with no right now. So actually, so the thing we need to talk about.
No, hold on. I wanted because we were talking about sunglasses. So we found these awesome pair of sunglasses at
yeah.
Savers. They were like those white Pepsi 80 style. So they were white like the
Yeah,
rim,
yeah.
but they had the lines going
Yep.
across.
Oh,
it,
yes,
but
yes,
they
yes.
actually had like an actual lens in
Yeah,
them.
they were
So,
mirrored lenses.
Yeah, they were like mirrors. Yeah, mirror lenses, but with the white. Dude, I should go back there and buy
I think
them.
we
They
might
were-
have to go back
yeah,
and
they were
pick
only
up.
like
I want the
$3.
other pair too, though.
Yeah, the ones with
other
the
pair.
metal, the super metal ones.
Dude, they were these black like square kind
Like
of
Ray Charles
like
glasses.
you know what they are? They're the glasses you get when you like, get your eyes dilated and you can put it like they're
Yeah.
the giant plastic ones
Yeah.
that go over, but they had spikes
Yeah.
on them. Like it was so cool.
So what you're saying is in 80s
Talk to the microphone.
Yep.
an 80s music video dropped all their stuff off
Pretty
at
much.
Savers.
It was awesome.
I think Death Clock came through.
Death Clock
Yeah,
came-
just
Dude,
doing
drop
it.
off these glasses. It's for a good cause. So, all right, now to the important thing.
Yes,
I have to
now
talk
this
about.
is-
So now we did get a Patreon account. We are Patreon / 5Alive VP. We haven't set up any rewards or anything yet. I just made the account. But to
We've
get
got
all these
some-
toys, it's
yeah.
starting to cost money, and we have some big stuff coming up. So it'd be really nice if we could do these things. And that's really what it comes down to. So if
Yeah.
you can donate, and if you have suggestions on the things you want us to do, shirtless pictures.
That's one I threw out. Shirtless pictures, BobbyTs, beard
Beard-
hair trimmings,
beard
yeah.
trimmings.
Half drunk or drank cans of Polar Seltzer and or Red Bull.
And then the other item, the final item was a Japanese yeast biscuit with a giant
Yes.
bite taken out of it from Grizza. So, but there will be some real stuff. We actually will probably do some shirt
that
giveaways.
Fortress Maximus over
Yeah,
there. We
that
give that
Fortress
away for a
Maximus.
Patreon.
Nope.
Yeah. The broken power loader.
Yeah,
we could give that
There we
away.
go. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right,
that
so-
Yankee hat on top of that C-3PO. In fact, the entire...
Last night, Baby T, she was down in the arcade. She was playing, having a good time. She pointed to the power loader. I said, it's a decent figure. We'll see. She puts Morty. Actually, was kind of interesting. Grabbed all the yellow figures out of like the height she could reach and loaded up this with yellow figures. So I was pretty impressed. 20-month-old kid. But then she was done and she went drop and it hit the ground and I looked down and went, oh, come on.
And that's why
So-
Baby T has a black eye.
So, for a matter of full disclosure, I do not punch my child in the face over toys. So,
You punch your child for much
You
bigger
You
reasons.
punch your wife for having this.
geez, that's like an inception punch. So, yeah, she broke my power loader, but
Yeah.
you know what? The good part, it was a loose one. It already had all the stickers on it, done badly at that. So, I'll grab another one, but she does love it. She loves Ripley also.
That's why we
so-
need to raffle it off to show her if you
But-
break the things that you love, they're out.
They're out.
They're gone.
They're
They're
gone.
gone. Yep. You're
So,
done.
so we'll be giving away some toys and stuff, and actually that leads us into our 100 subscriber contest,
Yes.
which once we reach 100, we're going to be doing a giveaway of a lot of the stuff that we give away or that we open up here on the show.
Mostly
same-
duplicates.
Well, yeah, tons of duplicates, tons of just
That
everything.
Brooklyn Dodgers T-shirt.
This one,
Yep.
it'll be
We'll-
coming right off my
Chris's
back.
little pop t-shirt.
Exactly. We're gonna film us taking these shirts off and then boxing them up and
I
sending
just-
them out to our winners. That's
I just
what
thought
you
of the grossest thing in the world.
Uh-oh.
If you donate like $100 a month to Patreon,
Yeah.
you just get a sweaty group of T-shirts,
Oh.
and it's like us running around the block. And
We
like,
don't
here's
do.
your
Come on,
25
down
live
here.
shirt.
No,
We don't
running,
need to.
Running to run.
around the block.
around the table.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Down here in this Turkish bathhouse, we don't need to run.
Well,
Uh,
we're
you
getting
can
into
be-
September
No,
now,
yeah,
so
it's
it's going
getting- it is
away.
You can be
Yeah.
you can be an oil boy for one of our.
Yeah, you be the cart boy, the one who pushes the stuff over. But you got to dress like Morty, and we get to berate you the entire show. So the other thing we have with our 100 subscribers is we're going to be doing a toy pick contest.
Yes.
Now, the toy picks don't necessarily have to be something rare or a superposed thing or this amazing collection. Just what do you love? What do you love about toys? Take the picture, throw it up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. When we hit 100, we're going to look at all those, and right on the air, we're going to choose who wins. When you win, especially also with the 100 subscriber, you're going to get a 5Alive shirt, a whole bunch of stuff we've opened, maybe this 5Alive shirt,
Maybe.
this pit stand.
Yep.
exactly.
All of it's going to be there. All the hits.
yeah.
All the greats.
I mean, that's like authentic. You know, when you have the.
This
when
is
you have the
authentic
pit
as it
stain.
gets
Yeah,
right
exactly.
here, man.
What this dummy forgot to tell you is it's hashtag 5Alive toy pick.
I did not say it because that's your job.
Oh, burn.
Massive piece of crap. So, we also just put out a trailer actually on the channel. If you're here after the show or whenever you decide to cut out, go check out our channel. It's actually our trailer is pretty funny. So I
If
think
you're from Spain, you'll love it.
yeah.
Yes.
So
most of
let's
our
see.
viewers
Let's open something.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
let's-
I'm getting itch, and it's not just because of that time I spent down on the docks. What do we got? All right, so I have a Lion Guard collectible minifigure. These ones are actually right now at the Walmart clearance at $1.50. My daughter actually opened up the Bunga figure, really loved it. This is a really fun show, actually. I do enjoy it. So let's see. What do you got, Chris?
I got a Thomas the Tank Engine
Sweet.
pack from Ollie's for $1.99.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting about that is that I was able to get those at Walgreens for a while at 99 cents. So,
Yeah.
and those are really great figures.
The interesting thing about that is I went to a Walmart right after I purchased those and found them there for $1.74.
So, what do you got? What you got, Martin?
I have a WWE Teeny Mates
never mind, I
starring
got it.
Tattooed Baby, Baby Undertaker. It's just a bunch of wrestling babies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Baby wrestling. That's
Yeah.
my kind of event. That's why she's got black eyes.
Exactly.
She's the champ. So who did I get? I believe. Oh.
You got
Ah, nice. Timon
Timon
from
from the line.
the Lion King.
All right,
That's pretty cool.
I can't open the damn thing.
Here, let Daddy help you.
Oh, I got Thomas.
There you go. We'll get a
Oh,
little.
that's a
Wow.
that's a superhero
That's a Superman.
Thomas. Yeah. That's
Okay,
a
so
superhero
what's
Thomas.
really cool about this is I did also find in I think the Walmart clearance for $3, five or six pack of those, all in the DC style. So
Oh, nice.
there's I think Robin, Firestorm I think is in the mix.
Nice.
It's a really odd set of guys, but
I got,
that would be why that's.
I
there.
got Baby Randy Orton.
All right,
You know.
Baby O.
Yep. Baby Randy Orton and Baby Macho Man.
Nice.
Finally got him. Okay, we've probably opened 15 packs of these things by now. That is awesome. I've been waiting for that one to come around. Yeah, pretty excited for that.
Baby Macho Man has a pretty killer beard.
There you go. All right, let's do one more round of openings.
Sure.
Okay.
let me grab
So,
some stuff
we're
here.
all pretty mad guys this week. I think this is going to be like a toy show. You know, we're just going to go for it. So these I found at Walmart or Walgreens at $1 a piece. They are the WWE Stack Down Rumble collection, and they're like minifigures, like a Lego almost.
Yeah. I gotta say,
I got some
I
Toy
did not.
Story.
Oh, what do you got? Oh, those are really cool. We got a Slink Dog one time.
Yep, I
doing
got
that.
those at Walmart for $1.50 a piece.
Great packs, man.
Yep. And
Another one.
Oh, well,
So,
hey,
yeah.
going back to what we were
Yeah,
saying.
raffling off for a fan.
I got a Baby Stone Cold.
Nice, and Ziggs.
Yep, and a Baby Dolph Ziggler, the man of many gimmicks.
So I
Uh-oh.
So for all those who actually, I do have to put the video out tonight. It's our weekly wrap up of WWE. Dolph Ziggler just recently came out, and he's a great wrestler. I love Ziggler, but he came out saying like, "Oh, what do you fans want? You want gimmicks? You want stupid crap? I'll give you stupid crap." So he came out as John Cena,
Nice.
and he did the "Oh, I never give up, don't do it," and he and then he stops and he turns around, and he comes back. He came back as Naomi, so the music was bumping, and he had the thing on. He almost busted his ass down the ramp.
Yes, he did.
Trying to do the ramp slide. He almost really got messed up. But then he goes back, and it's super quiet, and Pomp and Circumstances comes on, and my head went down fast. He comes out with a girl, some rando girl, and he's doing the things, and he's pointing, and then he stops. And it's like, dude, you crossed the line.
Yeah.
I know Macho Man, and he says, oh, do you want a retro act? Do you want a nostalgia act? And my argument against is there is no nostalgia there. Macho Man died. He never came back.
Yeah.
He never had that chance. He left in '94.
His argument is he's a crazy person who can't see past the fact that it's Macho Man.
No. What I can't see past is that you actually have a nostalgia act on your fucking roster right now. You have the Hardy Boys walking around. You couldn't come out and joke on that. By the way, talk about a segue. Hashtag woke. Get woke, stay woke.
Yep.
He is back.
Yes.
It is 100%. If you get a chance, go out there, look on YouTube. Matt Hardy just posted a video, full broken.
Yes.
100. He's got the hands out and the crazy look, and he's doing the wide mouth.
Now I want to see it on WWE.
Now that's the but see, now my thought on that is, do you think WWE would let him do that if they didn't know they were getting it?
I don't think they control their social media as much as you think they do.
Maybe. We could both be wrong a little bit here, and I think that might be what we're dealing with. It could be a little bit of both. But, so, I did call earlier. Yeah. I felt up these 3 bags, and I'm like, these 3 bags, when we open these tonight, I think it's going to be, we've already opened Sting up, actually. We were messing around with them earlier, just want to see him. I said it's going to be The Rock, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar are going to be the 3 we get. So here's The Rock. So now we got to see.
Wow, that's a terrible
I
rock.
hate.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad rock.
I do not like the styling on these.
Sting was okay.
Yeah, the Sting's all right.
I was never a fan of the styling on these.
I'm not a fan of your styling.
So,
no need.
Let's talk some toys here.
No need.
So this week, Pop had a pretty big release.
Oh, we're talking about those toys. I thought we were talking about,
You going back to butt plugs?
Adult.
So, well, kind of funny.
Yeah.
We walked into Spencer's to see if they had any pops, only to find out that they literally sell butt plugs there.
Dude, that store has changed so much from when I was a kid. Yeah, like they don't really have any of like the blacklight posters or the blacklight stuff anymore. They always had like adult toys, but they had.
Chris has got to have his mushroom blacklight poster and his girl on a Ferrari.
Definitely.
Her name is Tawny Katane.
But yeah, so Spencer's has changed a lot, and not
in a good way.
Yeah, but not that the store was really great to begin with, but yeah, it wasn't really great to begin with, but it's just something weird
worse
now. Yeah, exactly.
So we did go on a little bit of a hunt.
Yeah.
We knew that the horror pops were hitting the shelves. We got a little bit of a clue in from the Bearded Pop Collector. Bearded Pop Hunter. Mm-hmm. He's another channel guy, does some amazing videos. It's a lot of hunting videos. It's really great. His actually, I love his tagline: "No chase left behind." No matter what chase he gets, whatever he could hate it, just still get it. You can't.
Well, yeah, because the chase is. If you find a chase, you buy it because it's going to be worth something.
And
regardless.
He mostly gets them and then he trades them off and does. So he just got that the Bat Android, the one that's half and half.
Yes.
I guess that chase was really popular with another guy, and he finally found it and was able to do a good trade. But he
that's what's great about Reddit. There's a Funko trade. Reddit page where I've done some trading myself because I bought those Black Friday Funko mystery boxes at GameStop because I was trying to get the 2 Vegetas that were exclusive, and I ended up trading some of the duplicates I got.
It's pronounced fajita.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, it's Vegeta. Vegeta. But yeah, I managed to do some trading on Reddit and stuff like that, and so that was pretty cool. But yeah, you can always find. There's always a community, you know. For
this line I thought was pretty cool. There was the Shining stuff, and then there's also Pennywise.
Yep. I'm sorry. There's Carrie. There's Pennywise. It stuff, and then there's also Annabelle as well. Yep. There's a Chase variant of this one as well, where it's the same figure, except he's all blue, so he's frozen version.
I feel they missed an opportunity here. They could have done a really nice 2-pack of the girls.
That that could be something that they're going on down the line, because there's generally like waves that they release the stuff in, so maybe they're doing the family first, because they could do Scatman Crothers too.
Right. You put in Scatman, you put in the bartender, you put in the girls, and maybe even the bear.
Naked woman in tub.
Yeah.
So, what I do actually like about these Pops is actually the packaging. They did something I had never seen them do before, and it's actually rolling around on the camera now. They put blood splatter and red rum on the packaging, so to kind of really give you that feel a little bit more. So I thought that was a really cool one. Again, not much of a Pop collector, but these ones are pretty cool. I like them.
Oh, we're going to get you into Pop collecting, though, because I got 2 words for you.
I know.
Hellboy.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's one word.
Oh, is it? It's not Hellboy?
No,
Hell dash boy? Hellboy?
All
No.
one word.
Actually, I got 4 words for you. Dead bodies in a... Oh, 5. Closet. There you go. Dead bodies in a closet.
Math was not Chris's strong suit.
I have 4 words for you. Learn how to read.
Yeah. Learn how to read.
Yeah. There you go. See, you can count it.
Hooked on phonics.
Working for me.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I'm quite the wordsmith.
Despite what you see here, he's quite the poet laureate.
Seething!
All retarded.
We're all.
So
Martin dropping hard R's, and we're the ones.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, isn't that the list of words that
it is on the list? That's on the cut list. Like I don't cut very many things, but that's on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, that and people sing "Make America Great Again" with a straight face.
Yeah. So, anyways,
because America's already great.
How you gonna stop being so good? I'll let you open my Rick and Morty because I actually know what's in there.
You already opened it.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I know it's in there because the thing is so freaking heavy.
Because he fondled it and he groped it and
So
I kept telling him no, but he did it anyway.
Rick and Morty's are getting harder and harder to find. They are from probably about 9-10 months ago. So when I see them now, I gotta scoop them up. The aftermarket on them is way too high.
It's Morty Jr.
Exactly, I love it. That's so awesome. So at Hot Topic,
yes,
they had a deal going
really awesome sale on the clearance stuff. Yeah.
Any price tagged item was buy one get one for $1. So they had these marked at $5 each.
Yeah.
So for $6 I picked up 2, and actually for $12 I got 4. Of the X-Men Funko Mystery Minis. There are 3 exclusives. You have a diamond form of Emma Frost. You've got Psylocke and Ice version Iceman. So, what'd you get?
I have no idea who this is.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but that's one of the ones I really like.
Masked pony.
Josh.
Oh no, that was 100%
I want that figure
because
that's Josh.
Oh yeah.
Our friend Josh works over at Pop Culture Shock Toys. We'll give him a quick shout out. We'll actually be at New York Comic Con talking to those guys and also helping out a little bit. So,
these are actually
our
really
friend Josh
cool.
looks very similar to this guy. So, all right, let's see, open that up, and what do we got? Oh, this is very interesting. I kind of kayfabed you guys a little bit here because look, the bottom was open. But because we at the mall, I pulled it up just to kind of see, and I felt it and went, okay, I think I got Beast. I was wrong. Got Logan. So now I hope we get a Sabretooth in the other ones. They are bobbleheads, going back to what we talked about with
licensing,
with licensing and all that stuff. So bobblehead kind of flies under that radar.
I got these 2 things at Hot Topic. Yeah, these Dragon Ball figures.
Baby T.
Yeah, she started to open one. This one was $7, so I got this one for $1. I don't know. On one of our past live shows, I bought these miniature figures that were from Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. Yeah, and it was this little mini figure that sat on like a teacup. This is kind of the same deal. It's a figure, but it sits on a Dragon Ball. So I want to bust
They
this thing
had
open.
you also that time you got.
Oh, that's sweet.
Which
Frieza.
one is it? Oh, dude, it's way bigger than the
Yeah.
Iron-Blooded Orphan stuff too.
That time. That
No,
time
it's
you
Frost. Excuse me.
That time you also got the Kingdom Hearts one, the Kingdom Hearts figures.
Yeah, I
remember
picked those. Yeah, the two.
They have those at Walmart for $2.
That's where I got them.
So yeah.
But I ended up getting the same figure twice.
Yeah.
Again, it's gonna be in the
Yep.
the box. So we skipped on. We're gonna keep opening some X-Men.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it was such a bad week that I think we're just gonna have to open a bunch of crap load of stuff while we're talking. This feels good.
We have a ton of stuff to open anyway. I mean, my Japan crate came this week as well, so we've got candy and all that good stuff.
Oh, nice! I got the other.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. I don't know if we're gonna open that on the live show or do a.
That Wolverine's awesome.
I don't know. That's a good question. So ended up getting the Iceman, which is the Hot Topic exclusive. He's one of the clear ones, and I really do like the clear. They did a good job with it. No bubbles. Usually you do see a few bubbles in this stuff, or where they make the clip mark off of the sprue coming out of the machine. You usually see that, but not here.
Looks like they sanded
really
it down.
well.
They did a
This
good
one's
job.
actually got like it clips in. It's not like
okay.
it's not gravity that.
Yeah, the Iron Blooded Orphan
yeah.
was like sitting in the middle of a teacup.
Yeah, yep.
Well, that's very cool.
Throw them down there.
Oh, fine. I don't like where I place my toys.
All right. Well, I'm opening this one. All right. Fingers crossed. Sabretooth. Or Colossus, or Professor X. those are my three. Now let's see me get another Logan.
It's gonna be another.
No! Wow! Okay.
The Diamond Emma Frost.
So this is the Diamond Emma Frost, and what's even
Nice.
cooler about it is it has like a pearlescent sheen on it, like a coating. Check
Yeah.
that out. That's really cool.
Oh wow, yeah.
This Piccolo.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
This
pretty
actually-
badass.
This is actually super well done. I gotta say, there are some times with the mystery minis where you can tell that they're just cranking them out and they're not putting a lot of thought
There's
behind
a
it.
few really bad
Yeah,
ones out
but
there.
this one, they did a good job on this. I really enjoyed this.
So yeah, we got Piccolo over there.
Piccolo. Yep.
So yeah, this weekend sale stuff was very interesting.
I would have liked a fajita, but we did not get that one.
So this week in hunting, clearance-wise, was crazy because you had what was going on at Hot Topic.
Every store had really
Something.
had some pretty insane.
FYE was very interesting because they had a buy one get three free sale going
Yeah.
on that Chris had totally took advantage of. What'd you get?
I bought a ton of stuff. Actually, this T-shirt I bought 3 T-shirts and a Daredevil cup for Martin. Yeah,
Daredevil mug.
A mug, excuse me. Well, yeah, pint glass
Yes.
type thing. But yeah, so I got this boxed pop Star Wars shirt, an Ant-Man T-shirt, a Star Wars 3/4 sleeve. This cup. I mean, the pickings were pretty slim.
It'll catch on. It takes
No,
2
I
seconds.
know. I'm just looking. I was looking. And the nice thing about this is this is a mixture of art styles, but mostly from the Bendis run, which is
Nice.
by far my favorite
Yeah.
run of Daredevil.
So that was Mac?
It was Mac and Mac did some of it, but it was mostly
It's Joe.
I can't think of the damn name.
Oh, there was Casada.
No, yeah, but that's Bermejo. That right there is Bermejo. And Bermejo did the covers for Brubaker's run. Then that is Malif. That's his
There
name.
it is.
Yep.
But yeah, so the pickings were pretty slim, but I did find some shirts and some random stuff to buy. So I think I only paid $26 for everything, which was
That was
the
nuts.
price of the 3/4 length shirt. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was $24.95 for that shirt.
Yep.
So some of the deals going on right now around our GameStop has a buy one get one half off. I don't know if that's
no,
still
it's buy one get one free.
Get one free.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
get one free. Also, TJ Maxx is currently getting in WWE Elite figures. But when I say this, I don't mean from like 2 years ago
You
or
mean
3
stuff
series
that's
ago.
still on the shelves in
Things that
Walmart.
I was at Walmart, saw, was gonna buy, and said, "I'll wait a minute," and then went to TJ Maxx to find them for $8 a piece.
Exactly.
So we'll actually grab a couple of those for the wrestlers. Wrestling wise, we picked up from the new series. Got Berserker, which Martin grabbed today.
Yep.
Not Drunk Scott Hall.
So it's a rare one.
That's the rare. That's the chase. And then also got Mankind. what's really cool about the Mankind is he has little thatches of hair that he's ripped out that actually pop into the heads. They do line up. For the Scott Hall, he's got his NWO shirt, sunglasses, and a spray can. Actually, really good sculpt on Hall's face on that one too. And then the Berserker's just such a goofball. I was like, Martin said it's here, and I went, you know what? Can you just grab that for me? It's so stupid.
But look on the side of the box.
Oh, yo.
It's like someone asked him a question and he doesn't know the answer, but he doesn't want to say he doesn't know the answer.
So how do you make America great again?
God,
The only problem I have with these Elite figures are the wrestlers that have a hairy upper body. The way that they paint them on, it just does not look good.
So that's interesting you bring that up, because there is one figure that has broken that mold in all of wrestling figures. Is a GameStop exclusive from the Jax days, so like 2005, maybe 2006. It is George the Animal Steel, and they made two versions of it. They have a painted version of the hair, and then they have like a fuzzy version.
Nice. Flocked.
It's a flocked, but it's so
Beastman version.
Yeah, no, it's not like Beastman or Mossman where it's like that fine flocking or like what they're doing on Pops now. But it was like the shaggy style, so it was really gross. So yeah, at $8 a piece, man. I mean, $24 for $60 worth of figures is, I mean, that's pretty insane. Got the crap out of here. All right, next.
So
as that figure devalues the dollar.
Immediately.
Prison?
Yeah.
That one's on you, brother.
These were buy one get one free at GameStop, at my local GameStop in Southington, Connecticut. So I figured I just grab them. I know you were kind of down on the Legends figures only because
here and there.
The values aren't that great for them. But I figured for buy one get one free, it's worth it. I mean, you got Angela here.
Take the cup down.
You've got Angela. There's this guy here. I don't know who he is. Masters of Mind, Martin and
this is
Bobby
Darkhawk.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
okay.
Darkhawk.
This dude with Captain America's shield.
This is Major Victory, also known as Vance Astro from the Jim Valentino days of Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then Star-Lord.
And
now, why does this dude have Captain America's
because
shield?
he's from the future.
Ah, okay.
Yes. He's actually, there's been a bunch of different versions of Vance Astro. But the one from Guardians of the Galaxy, he was an astronaut who got shipped to. He went through a time jump and ended up in the future.
Okay.
And leads the Guardians of the Galaxy as Major Victory.
Nice. So yeah, like I said, they were buy one get one free. Even though
also screw you.
Even though Bobby T was kind of down on the Marvel Legends series, I figured I'd grab him anyway, just for the sale.
So my reasoning on why I'm down on that, it's kind of a multi-level thing. One is I do resell toys, so they don't really hold their value. Hasbro plays a really weird game with their shipments where something is so rare that you can't find the line anywhere, and then suddenly you're finding it at places like Ollie's.
Yeah.
And it's while the other line is still going.
Which, by the way, you can't find anymore. I stopped in there. I stopped in there earlier in the week. They had 1 million Captain Americas. There's not a single one left. They're all gone.
Well,
now,
I mean,
I do like her boobs in the mold. She does have very nice perky.
No, look, I think the figures themselves are decent.
Yeah.
They're not figure arts, but that's an unfair comparison at this point. You can't compare anything to figure arts. It's that good. But these ones, there's the quality on them. The QC on them is awful. There's actually a picture of Zoe Saldana floating around. She's looking at her Gamora figure from the first movie, and her face is like a what the hell face, looking at like this, like. And we find out it's because they just didn't paint it well. The production is terrible.
I do have a question for you, though, in terms of collecting value. What about the figure that you get to build from these ones?
The Build-A-Figures usually for this generation of Marvel Legends, since they've been over at Hasbro, the Build-A-Figures are usually between $40 and $50 each.
So the actual figure that you can make from these are worth something, just not the actual figure itself. Oh, that's interesting.
And if it's going to be worth something, it's going to have to be like Deadpool or something of that like caliber to really
something that a lot of people want.
Well, but then going back to the Deadpool damn toy was like $80, $90 for the longest time. Then right around Christmas, I don't know if it was Hasbro's Christmas present to the world, but cases of just Deadpool shipped out. So in one day, Amazon ended up getting enough to fulfill everyone's needs, and the cost of Deadpool went down from what it was to $20, and it's never moved because
everyone who wanted
they
it
screwed
got
us.
it.
Yeah, anyone who's a collector for rarity or for resale, this is not what you do. And I'm learning this lesson with also Star Wars Black, because they're playing the Hasbro game, or really the Star Wars game. There's only so many characters.
Yeah.
You get to the end and you go right back to the beginning and you just change the package. It's they not resculpting things. The Star Wars 40th anniversary is a good example of that. It's the same figures that we got before. The only ones they really gave us that weren't out before was the Jawa, the Death Squad Commander, and R4D5, and everything else was, or R5D4. The red one with the
R5D4.
Yeah. The same thing happened with my the Loot Crate metallic Goku. It was up to about $100 online, and then Loot Crate re-released the crate.
Kills you.
And which it actually worked out. That worked out in my favor because I was looking for one, and I had the pop in the shopping crate or in the shopping cart on eBay, and I was about to spend $100, and I was like, I don't think I could spend $100 on this. I was like, that's a little out of my price range, for my collection. And then I got the email from Loot Crate, hey, we're re-releasing these things in the vault. I bought it, and now that pop I think is worth around $30, which is what I paid for the crate, I think. So
there you go.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Hasbro will get you. That's all I see when I see this. Is Hasbro screwed somebody. So now,
like I said, for buy one get one free.
Yeah. For the as figures to play with, I love these figures. As figures to try to resell, they're just not. So I like the Star-Lord a lot too. Although a little weird, he doesn't come with anything for the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, he's one.
He's the one.
Yeah.
So overall, it's a pretty cool figure. Good likeness, decent paint, but it's Marvel, it's Hasbro. There's going to be something weird in there somewhere. So, Angela's got panties on. She's not party time Angela.
That's a shame. So,
blocking the microphone.
There's a bunch of different stuff that's recently come out as far as video games are concerned. As far sports video games, Madden just came out.
Yes.
They and next week NBA Live and NHL both drop.
Yes.
Because they both got put into EA Access, which allowed me to play both of them. NBA Live is...
Did you play as any of the WNBA teams in NBA
No,
Live?
why would I?
For the fundamentals.
So NBA Live is kind of... it's always been the bastard child of sports games because the 2K is so much better. No one really plays it. So EA kind of took note of that, and they've only made it $40. They haven't made it a full price game.
Interesting.
It is somewhat of a full featured game. They do have a career type mode. I have to say I love the presentation on it because as you go through and play, as you create your character and you play through the streets, they have different street leagues, and they teach you, the history behind Rucker Park in Harlem and the Pro-Am game in Seattle and stuff like that, which is really cool. But the game itself is, I don't know, it's I haven't had a whole lot of time with it, but it just something feels off.
Yeah, I mean, the problem I think with Live is that they took so many years off, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're going to bring Live back, and it was just like, why? I don't understand that.
The NHL game, I haven't played very much of the full game. I've just been playing NHL 3s, which I absolutely love. It's a 3-on-3 kind of NHL hits type of game, and I can't get enough of it. It's a whole lot of fun.
I refuse to play NHL until they bring back GM Connected mode, so I will not play NHL until they bring that mode or that feature back into the game.
What's that, blood from the head mode?
Yes, exactly. I don't get why they took that mode out when the next gen consoles at the time, Xbox One and PS4, they were featured as social consoles, so it was all about online play. So why would you take an online mode out of a game where the systems are all about online play. It's stupid.
Who knows why EA does the things they do?
Because they're terrible. It's because they touch themselves at night, and they're terrible people.
You touch yourself.
Exactly. Dude, if touching myself at night or me not doing that brought GM connected mode back into NHL, I'd do it. I would be a priest.
Yes. They also
the pillar of bodily,
control.
Yeah, exactly.
They also
Gandhi. You can call me Gandhi. That's how good I.
There were also some other news. For the new South Park game, the Fractured But Whole, they announced that as you change the difficulty slider as you're creating your character, the darker your skin gets, the more difficult you make the game. Because your character, like in the first game, you meet Cartman first, and of course Cartman's racist, so of course, the darker you are, the more the harder life is.
But going back to games that are out now, Madden. I've been playing Madden, and the long shot story mode is fantastic. I don't know. I like to watch football, college football specifically. So I never really played. So I don't know all the nuances of the football game, like reading defenses and picking coverages and stuff like that. But they make you do that in this game. So I was terrible at that because I've never been able to read a defense in my life because I've never had to do that.
Right.
So there's some challenges in the long shot where they're like, okay, when the safety does this, you have to throw to this guy, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, why can't I just throw it to the open guy?
They've done that in the past in their tutorial modes. And to teach you how to play the game.
Yeah.
And I'm just the worst at it because they're like, when the pulling guard moves this way, and I'm like, I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And they make you watch film in the coach's office, and he's like, okay, what formation is this? I'm like, and the formation that they first showed me, it looked like, I think it was an I formation. And it gave me a bunch of numbers. It was like 22, 23. I'm like, I have no idea what this means. I'm like, I thought this was I formation here. Like, what is going on here?
22I, you.
Is that what it is? See,
Philistine.
Exactly. That's probably what it was. I watched the other kind of football.
Yes.
But the bunch of dudes in shorts running up and down the
that
field.
that act better than any actor in Hollywood. Yeah.
My computer just hit me. I'm flying.
The Oscars should do that. Give out a best dive award or whatever.
The best dive award goes to the dude who reacted as if his ear had fallen off when someone flicked the back of it. That is always going to be the best.
What about
actor.
the dude the Brazilian player? I think it was Rivaldo. He got the player kicked the ball at him, and it hit him in the leg, and then he grabbed his face and fell down to the ground. I think he got banned for life for that offense.
I gotta say the one that I like the most would be the one where the guy he pretends to get kicked in the shin or whatever happens, and he falls down on the ground, and the refs are all around him. And they're about to pull up the red card for it, and the other player just walks up,
and
picks the dude up, lifts him, and drops him. And because he dropped him, both feet went out, and they looked at the feet and just, next. That might be one of my favorites.
I'm sorry, but that name is ridiculous.
Rivaldo. Hey, man,
I love
Brazilians.
the Brazilian. The Brazilian. We all have one name thing is super weird. But then on top of it, to make them insane dumb names is the best.
Well, it's funny because his name he's probably got like 10 names, but because his name because of all the names that he's got, he's just got to be like, all right, man, I got to be Rivaldo. Although I do like Hulk. Hulk is another Brazilian player. Yeah, that's what he goes
He's
by.
He's being sued by Marvel currently.
And
that's what it says on the jersey too. Hulk.
Again, Disney is looking into things.
Well, you gotta wonder if they take the way that wrestlers have figured out the way to screw over Vince McMahon. You can wrestle for Vince, and we'll use Ryback as the example. His name is Ryan Reeves, I believe is his real name. He's now Ryback Reeves because changing his name, because at WWE he was Ryback, and he had titles, he built a career there. That's how we know him.
He built a career out of botching. Yeah. So would he get the best dive award?
No, he'd get the worst botch.
He'd get the worst botch award.
He's Rybotch.
He's just a big dumb animal.
So he ends up legally changing his name to Ryback. So he's now Ryback Reeves. And so when he shows up at these shows, you know exactly who's coming out. So I wonder if these guys are going to do the same thing. You can't sue me for my name being Hulk. My name is Hulk.
You should have just changed his name to Rybotch.
Well, I don't think that's something you want to have.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Hey, no, because sometimes you have to embrace it. Sometimes you're so bad, you just need to go.
So I want to propose a trip. I want us to go to the UK next month.
Next month?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's Patreon / 5Alive VP. You're going to need to give thousands for this ridiculous idea.
And the reason for this is to go see the Progress show at Alexander Palace.
This is no longer a ridiculous idea, but something we need to raise money for. That's 5Alive VP on Patreon.
Because
please.
it's Pete Dunne, the Progress champion.
The champion of the universe.
Yes, versus, I believe his name is Jack Evans. He is he's a New Zealand man. And I believe I sent you the YouTube link, but I'll send it to you again. Progress is, I would say, they're second to only WWE as far as putting together vignettes that get you to care about.
They do a great job.
And they put out one for this match, and I was just like, I want to go see this now. I want to give them all of my money just so I can see this now.
Last week, after I believe maybe the live show, whenever me and Chris had gotten together last. We were watching just rando videos.
Probably
yeah,
every day.
Martin wasn't around because we don't hang out with Martin.
Exactly.
We just use him to come in here, set up a few jokes for us, make fun of him.
The only reason he's here is so that your mom watches the show.
That's for the one birthday. She said, for my birthday, can you leave Martin on the air for at least 1 year? All right. I think it's a gimmick, though. I think next year her birthday's going to roll around. She's going to go, okay, can you leave Martin on the show for 1 year? Jerk.
I got that one fan. That's all I need.
The one.
Exactly.
So,
we also need to fund a trip to Japan because
that would be amazing.
Yeah, Sentai.
I just want to go do a henshin in the middle of that big old square that everyone's in, get laughed at, and then go see a baby metal show in the stadium.
There you go. See, Josh, we're slowly turning.
It's slowly
into,
happening.
Yeah,
it's
baby
happening.
Metal fan.
I'm not going full otaku though. No fucking way.
I don't know. You're
pretty far down that
dude,
day,
with all the Power Rangers stuff.
Sentai does not an otaku make.
Yes.
Oh man, I can't wait until he starts walking around with a sword.
I told him earlier we got to get him to play Titanfall 2, and he can play as a Ronin. He can have a Ronin Titan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Change his name to Weeaboo T.
But no, I think you're pretty much there, man.
Am I?
Power Rangers, Baby Metal. You're watching anime. You're loving anime. You're loving the theme songs.
You know what though? That stuff's always kind of been. If you had to build like a universe of my fandom, it's always kind of sat on the outside. It's just now that we're kind of more doing it, I'm kind of more into it. But Sentai's always been for me has been a Sentai. But I keep that low.
I don't know.
It's hard to explain. No, it's Japanese Power Rangers, and then I have to correct myself and go, actually no. Power Rangers is American Sentai.
And at this point, they're hitting the emergency button.
That's right,
or they pretend to have a stroke and just fall.
That's when people just pretend to have heart attacks. Oh my god, I think my heart is attacking.
My heart is...
I can't feel my left arm. Does anyone else smell toast? And they fall on the ground.
Will somebody stop burning that? So,
even his daughter does it. It's so harsh.
She's like, no.
She's pretends. Oh man, laugh break. So, let's see. What were some of the other sales going on this week that we ran into? Oh, the other thing. Speaking of otaku.
Yeah.
Things we've opened in the past.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
Yeah, so I bought this yokai watch because we bought some...
Because you hate yourself.
Exactly. Because I bought some of the little discs that go into this as blind bags, so I figure why not have the toy that actually, works with it. And
I can give you a bunch of reasons, but mostly because it says yokai watch on it.
Yokai watch is awesome.
It is not.
Now here's what's even funnier. When I first heard of it, I thought that it shot the discs out.
Nope.
So I said to Chris, you should really just shoot the shit out of Martin in this episode. But he's like, nah, man, it projects on a screen or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
in there.
Oh, it's in there, all right. I think we're okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll let Chris open this one. It's just a disaster.
Really do hate me some yokai.
So,
I mean, is that really saying much? There's something that you hate?
Yes.
Marty's a hater.
So I got this. I got this at Walmart. This is a Grimlock, a 6-stage Transformer from the Last Night.
Yeah, and the little mini ones. It's pretty cool.
It was $1.50.
Yeah.
And it transforms, which is crazy for how small it is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a simple transformation, but it looks really good in the end.
Yeah.
One thing Chris also picked up at $9.97, buy one get one, is the Slimer GameStop exclusive by Diamond Select Toys. It's really cool. It's got the 3 different heads. The one is eating a bunch of hot dogs. I like it. So, but again, at $9.97, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I think normally at one point, I think it was like 30.
$20.
Was it $20? Yeah.
20, 25.
Yeah.
The thing I found, going back to our little mini brony obsession, which we pretty much, the minute we said brony, we're like, and it's over.
Yeah.
We're not opening that anymore. So, that said, I did find Princess Celestia for $5. And as a toy, like sculpt-wise, I love this thing.
It's gorgeous.
It looks really, really good. That said, still a pony. Still feel like a weirdo every time I talk about it. I was also able to find, and I don't know where it is, but it's a Rainbow Dash. It was $3 for a carded Rainbow Dash, like a good size one. So that was really cool. This was at Walmart in their clearance. How you doing on that Yokai Watch?
It's coming. I need like some scissors or something.
There's always scissors with you.
Dude, they got this thing strapped down.
Jeez.
It's always scissors with you. It's always scissors with you.
Always scissors. God.
It's just such a weird thing to yell at someone.
It really is.
I don't know what that means, but
Well, I'll say it's always a cutting tool with Chris.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking on the channel right now, and it just reminded me. PowerCon is going on this weekend.
Channel and making sure we have sound?
We do have sound.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Run upstairs, check that out. So PowerCon is this weekend, going on right now in LA. Our friend of the show, Eric Cornboy Mays,
we have no friends of the show,
is out there right now with the Four Horsemen, with the exclusive and a few other figures out there. The exclusives are Keltis and Adamon, who are basically He-Man and Skeletor colorways on a Mythic Legion's body, and they're awesome.
They look very similar to something, but certainly not actionable.
Yeah, not even a little bit. So, but we did throw a trailer up on the website. We also have a regular trailer now.
This thing's not coming off.
Oh, gee. Let Daddy. Let Daddy T get in here.
There we go.
There we go. You gotta get rough. Oh, Jesus. This thing is such a turd.
It's awesome. What are you talking about? Dude.
That's gotta be part of your henshin costume.
Hell yeah.
That's Chris's henshin. Okay, so you put them in there. I gotcha. Do we have any Yokai Watch fans out there? If so, leave something in the comments. I want to know what we're dealing with here. Because Chris.
Terrible Pokemon ripoff.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's better than Pokemon because
I will smack your face.
With Pokemon, when you interact with the Pokemon, all they say is like Pika Pika or something like that, mm-hmm. right? When you interact with the yokai, they have a script and like dialogue and stuff like that, so they'll say something to you. Yeah, dude, I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then so it does a projection.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, so there's 3 little like ViewMaster holes basically on there with stuff on the cell. You hit the button and it projects the picture of whatever the thing is. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's that? Oh, that's
do you have some of the other discs?
Let me check.
No!
I think they're in the storage here. Let me grab some of the other discs.
Storage? Is that where we're going? That a hole we throw things into? The storage.
Oh, yeah, here it is. So, this shoebox, there are 7 of these, and they're loaded with stuff that we've opened. Like I was saying, Steven Universe here, there's these mini Dorbs or whatever the hell they were. There was one in here, I saw.
Oh, yeah, I see it at the bottom.
So, we had opened up some blind bags. Those blind bags had discs in them. What's really cool about those discs, actually, and going into the discount of things, right now at Walgreens, they're between 39 cents and 79 cents per pack. You get 3 in the pack. Overall, pretty fun.
I don't know. I think this is a pretty cool toy if you're a Yokai Watch fan.
Yeah, but if you're a Yokai Watch fan, where's your wife gone wrong?
I quit. I'm out.
So
you're stuck.
That's the thing
You're
that
stuck
does
with
it.
Martin. I'm
We're
sorry.
back to 2Alive.
That's right.
That's the thing that does it.
That's right.
Yokai Watch.
My unending hatred of Yokai Watch.
So, one thing actually also I wanted to point out, the Fortress Maximus over here, we were talking about Hasbro's inability to send things out correctly or whatever's going on there. That was $40 at Ollie's. It's a $150 Transformer. Thing is awesome.
Now,
he's currently wearing Link's hat, but...
I do have a question for you. Do you think this thing would break if I just backhanded Martin across the face with it?
No.
No?
And I also think you should check that. We have a broken power loader in the middle of our thing, just spinning.
Oh, that was induced rage.
That's a raisin doucher?
Yeah.
Rage inducer.
Indouche.
I guess now we say that we passed the duchy on the left-hand side because the right is all wrong.
That's right.
We got any more toys to open? We got something over there?
Yeah, we got some more blind bags.
Let's open some more toys.
I hate these damn teeny mates.
Alright, I'll open the teeny mates.
Here you go. Open.
So the super rare in this apparently is a clear rock figure. It's like the one in like 9,000 packs or something. What do you got over there? Oh, you got this.
The mini.
Oh, the build-up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an Undertaker. That's actually the Undertaker.
Look, it's Bork Lesnor's.
Bork.
2.
Yeah.
Bork.
Now, that is officially the second. Now, the next one's got to be Randy Orton, is my guess.
Bork.
Yes.
Bork.
Okay, so we got Roman Reigns for a little mini. But we also did get
Gold Dust.
Oh, nice.
Now that is
I
awesome.
love Gold Dust, man.
Gold Dust is awesome.
So I actually want to talk about briefly OSW review.
No.
They just
No.
recently.
Nope.
Oh, you're gonna five live
Hashtag
nope me.
Nope. Hashtag nope.
So what's really cool about OSW is that if you get a chance, OSWreview.com. They have all the videos there.
What's cooler about OSW reviews is just how much more professional they are, how much less technical difficulties they have.
Oh, watch those first few episodes, my man. So
exactly, first few
first
episodes. This is episode.
They put out an episode like every 4 weeks. We do this a lot.
That is so frightening.
What did you get?
Randy Orton.
Nice.
Marine deserter Randy Orton.
It's over. It's over. 5Alive's done. I have predicted my last toys. I'm out of here.
I do like baby Roman Reigns.
So anyway,
No one likes baby Roman Reigns.
over on OSW Review, they talk about right now. They do storylines. They originally had started out with the Hulkamania. They did a pay-per-view by pay-per-view review of Hulkamania from beginning to end in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they jumped over to do some WCW, then ECW. Now their newest one is the Black Rain.
Oh.
The 4 pay-per-views on TNA starring Black Rain. Now, Black Rain, for those who don't know, is Goldust's character when after he left WWE. He went there and was Black Rain. He had a black wig. Mm-hmm. He had like
Black Rain, like RAIN or like
Rain,
RAIN.
RAIN.
Okay, yeah.
He had like this patent leather kind of jumpsuit or something.
It's not good.
Yeah.
He looks actually. Now this is where I'm actually going to turn on this and say, you know what? It wasn't bad. And now the reason why I'm going to say it wasn't bad is what
it's because OSW Review says it wasn't
they
bad.
shine a very good light on it. So the life of Dustin Runnels has been an interesting one.
Yes.
In wrestling, he originally started as I believe it was the natural Dustin Runnels or Dustin
Rhodes.
Rhodes. He took his father's name. Now, the other little side note is his father is Dusty Rhodes and his brother is Cody Rhodes, but they are half brothers, different moms. So that's why later on when they win the belt, it's such a big deal. Mm-hmm. Whatever. So he was first Dustin Rhodes, then he moved over to WWF.
Yep.
When he was in WWF, he was briefly Dustin Rhodes. He disappeared for a little bit, and he came back as the androgynous Goldust. That lasted for a couple years, kind of went off the rails really badly. He actually made a brief appearance in WCW as Seven. Seven he was wearing like the almost like the Michael Myers. He had like a mask on, like a rubber mask in reverse.
He had William Shatner's face on.
That's right.
Just in reverse.
But it was actual William Shatner, but turned around so it was all like bloody.
He just he cut the face right off. So anyway, he had that gimmick. It didn't go very well. It didn't go over.
That is putting it lightly.
Yes, very lightly. Goldust is clearly the moneymaker for this guy. The way OSW put this was that Black Rain may have been bad, and Seven may have been bad, and there was that time where Goldust was not Goldust, and he was like into S&M and wearing weird stuff, and actually agreed to possibly get a breast implants. Behind stage, Vince was trying to get him to get breast implants.
Wow.
So, obviously this didn't happen.
Thank God for that.
Years go by, he becomes Black Rain, he comes back.
Did Vince try to get him to wrestle in a Punjabi prison match?
You know what? I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
You're also forgetting the very important part about Seven. He appeared to be a child molester.
Okay, so the vignette that they made, and again, when you look at it, it's all a matter of perspective when looking at this. Look at it in I guess in true kayfabe, and you go, this is a guy who is like, he steals children's souls. Is kind of what it was supposed to be. Like he was going to be this. He was basically the Nightman. In the vignette, he's like looking into this kid's room while he's like saying his prayers.
It's so
and then the kid turns to the camera,
world.
and his eyes go black, like complete black eyes. So
it would have been cooler if he turned pink in the little.
You go full, So
dead bodies
in the closet.
Dead bodies
in the closet.
And it turns out one of those dead bodies is that kid.
Hey man, you know me and my policy in dead bodies in the closet. I look away. I don't see none.
We're good.
Dude.
What's that got to do with me?
If you show me a nice pair of ankles and feet on a bare
set of steps,
exactly, I don't see no dead bodies in no closet.
So,
that ain't for me.
So the OSW basically looked at it and said, put it in perspective. Look at it from a different angle. What we saw between Goldust, Seven, Black Rain, and then Goldust again is the beginning, the fall, the resurrection, and what he is now. So you're looking at the life of Goldust and the different characters that are Goldust.
Trying to put everything together.
So you put it together as one giant storyline. You go, whoa, that's the dark version of Goldust. That's the Grim Reaper version of this character, and Goldust is the other version. And he had bits where he got thrown into some electrical boxes or something like that. So he now, and this is why I can appreciate Dustin Rhodes and the most. I love the guy. Yeah. He got thrown into that power thing or whatever it was like 15 years ago. Yeah. But he still will do the bit where he goes, yeah, so we're going to win the championship. Boogers! And because he had, like, apparently the getting electrocuted gave him a weird form of Tourette's. So, and he sticks with it.
If any of this were actually true, Dustin Rhodes wouldn't block you on Twitter if you mentioned Black Rain.
There's the other part. He will block you on Twitter because the not in-ring, non-kayfabe version of what was happening was he got kicked out of WWF because he was being very bad. Yeah. And he went to TNA where they let him be as bad as he wanted to be. He was overweight. He was an alcoholic. He was doing drugs. He was doing all of the things you're not supposed to do.
Not like Janet Jackson bad as you want to be.
No.
It seems like Vince McMahon drives a lot of wrestlers to drink and do drugs.
Seems like it. We just watched Scott Hall fall around the ring.
I wouldn't say it's Vince McMahon doing it. I would say it's the Carney Life doing it. I would say the Carney Life does it, and this is the biggest difference between the locker room back in the 80s and the 90s and the locker room today. The locker room back in the 80s and the 90s, you're all taking pills, you're all drinking, you're all going out afterwards, you're getting into fights. It's carny. The locker room nowadays, everyone likes each other. for the most part, everyone hangs out. They play video games. They don't go out and go
It's kind of like
crazy and drink.
it's kind of like today's NBA, where there's
different.
no
exactly.
no rivalries.
Exactly. Whereas, that's the other thing. In the 80s, and the 90s, that guy next to you, he's not your friend because he's taking your spot.
Yep.
So screw him. Whereas in nowadays, he's your buddy, he's your pal.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the NBA. Well, Isaiah Thomas plays for the Celtics, but I'm gonna say hi to him because I played AAU with him for 4 years.
Yeah.
I know exactly who. He is.
There's a lot of players who do not like that too. Like,
like
Jordan.
Old school players hate it.
Jordan, Barkley, Thomas. These guys have all flat out come out and said that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember too, basketball in that era, the late '80s, early '90s. Was Bill Laimbeer straight up punching dudes in the face?
It's a lot of old wrestlers hate the new
style
they can't
because
of that. But again, you can't tell me basketball isn't better than it was in the 80s and 90s,
better.
And you can't tell me wrestling isn't better than it was in the 80s and 90s.
1,000 times better.
It's just old people being old.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
the I don't like it because it's not the way I had it.
Yeah.
That or it's I don't like people saying that. I guess it's more like, at least in my mindset, it's I don't want people belittling what I did. The stuff that I did in the 80s or 90s, whether you're a basketball player or even in the 60s and 70s, like the things that they did are great accomplishments. But now it's totally different, and these people are back in the 60s, 70s. These guys weren't athletes first. They were, they were welders or whatever, and then,
they would play basketball. Yeah, they would play basketball because they couldn't afford to not.
It's the Larry Bird story. Like, I was on a farm. I had a choice.
Yeah.
Be on a farm or be a basketball player.
But nowadays, these guys, eat, breathe, and sleep basketball, since they're 10 years old or whatever, when they first started playing. And so the stuff that they're doing is so great, and people, are like, oh man, LeBron's going to do this, and, so-and-so's going to do that.
LeBron's been a celebrity since he was 14.
And that's the thing, like, oh, Kobe's going to do that, and this, that, and the other thing. And so, wouldn't you feel a little bitter if,
Yeah. Well, I think the one person, and no one has said it out loud yet, I'm waiting for the old school backlash on him to come around, and that's Steph Curry. And my reasoning for this, I think Steph Curry, like most people, is one of the greatest basketball players out there right now. Dude's nasty. Like, he doesn't... But I also think, and I'll relate this to wrestling to a certain extent, also, and really a lot of sports, he is the amalgamation of all of the things he had ever seen in his entire life. When Michael Jordan played, he looked to Oscar Robertson, Dr. J, people like that. When Steph Curry looks back in his life, he sees Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Scottie Pippen. He sees the current Hall of Fame, but at the time, it was more available to him. So seeing someone like
plus his
Chris
father
Hardaway
was a basketball player, so he got...
So when you see someone like a Chris Hardaway, who's got this insane crossover, and then
Tim
you look
Hardaway.
I'm sorry, Chris Hardaway. I'm
You're-
all over
you're-
this.
you're,
Chris Hardwick, Tim Hardaway.
Well, Chris Mullen.
Okay.
Tim Hardaway.
So now the perfect example, actually, we'll use Chris Mullen, or even a John Stockton. John Stockton's actually a better example. Imagine taking all of the ability of Michael Jordan with all of the mind of somebody like Mark Price or John Stockton or Chris Mullen, and the ability to shoot a three-pointer after doing that crazy crossover and then three-point, and because it's muscle memory, the kid has seen everything that's ever been. So that's also another reason why I hate the argument of that Jordan's better than this person. You put Jordan in this era and he can't hand check people. His game's a lot different.
Except for the fact
Take away those
except
hands.
that no one can hand check him, Jordan would dominate. It would be disgusting.
Yeah, and there's the weird part. He can't hand check, so his defense would be shit, but his offense would be insane.
Yeah.
So you can't really compare the two. It's comparing Xbox One to Atari, but
it's
bringing
fun
it back.
to do, but
it is fun to do, but it's just unreasonable.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised there hasn't been the LeBron backlash on someone like Steph Curry. Curry's not as much of a head case as LeBron is.
Curry hasn't left Golden State.
He hasn't done it yet.
Which might happen, but might not happen for a while.
It might not happen for a while, but this is a different era of basketball. We're in the Big Three era, so it's going to happen. He'll go somewhere.
Yeah, he hasn't... in wrestling terms, Steph Curry is the pure baby face.
He's a pure baby face.
Yeah, he can do no wrong now.
Whereas LeBron's the tweener.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
LeBron is John Cena.
I was just gonna say LeBron is John Cena.
Yeah.
And I think you would say that Steph Curry would be somebody like, if he was still wrestling, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Except for Daniel Bryan hooked up with someone really good, and now they're unstoppable. And it's disgusting.
Could you imagine? You just go, hey, Daniel Bryan, be partners with Cesaro.
Exactly.
You're champions forever.
Exactly. Why would we take the belts off here?
So, we got anything else in that box to open?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here.
So, just want to mention also again, at 5Alive VP, hashtag 5Alive Live for our live shows, and 5Alive Toy Picks to win some stuff. What do you got?
Army Man.
Awesome.
That was a cool little army guy.
The best Army Man I ever got was with the Figma Buzz Lightyear. Comes with the most beautiful Army Man ever.
Really?
Because it's a Figma Army Man.
Of course, yeah.
He obviously is not articulated, but he's like solid and perfectly sculpted. What'd you get? Oh, nice. Okay, that is Dr. Holtzman from the new Ghostbusters. She's that's Kate McKinnon's character.
That's a woman?
Yep.
All right then.
So, and I got Woody.
Oh, he comes with a little hat.
Yeah, he's got the hat and everything.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's great.
That is
Look
cool
at
as
that.
hell. I dig these Toy Story.
Yeah, these are really
I'm
fun.
going back and grabbing the rest of them. I'm definitely
I like the
doing that.
buzz. I like all of it.
Yeah, I dig these. I dig music.
We got Ham. Wow, I like it. Mark doesn't want to open these anymore.
No, I didn't want to open a Ghostbusters. I haven't opened them.
Ah, there we go. All right, another $1 Million Man. Except this time he's the $1 Million Man. What'd you get? Oh, that's okay. So that would be the Holtzman. What's the other one?
I don't know.
I have no
Is there a
idea.
card in here? No, there's not even a card or anything inside of it.
There is, but it's all like bound up.
Can we give a shout out to Gina Gershon and Bound?
Yeah, Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly.
I got Bret Hart.
Yep.
I'm missing a hand. Oh no, there it came out.
And you've got $1 Million Man Theodore DiBiase.
Okay, so it seems like the ghosts in this, if you light them up, they have glow-in-the-dark slime on them.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. And, who'd you get?
I got Bret.
Bret the Genetti Hart.
Yeah.
That is right, folks. Go back and watch our Who's the Genetti. We just watched it. Martin and I, just before that video, had a short conversation where we figured out something pretty rough that not a lot of wrestling fans are going to want to hear this one.
Yeah.
But we discovered that due to Owen Hart dying when he did, that Bret Hart in the world of the Harts is actually the Genetti, because we saw him go down and Owen died on his way up, and he'll never diminish in our eyes. But Bret Hart is, oh god, every week the guy's got something new to say, and it's just more curmudgeonly by the minute.
Did you like
More curmudgeonly?
Did you like watching Bret Hart go down?
Oh yeah, dude, that kick by Goldberg, the mule kick.
Sunny days.
Who do I got?
I've got Millie.
Millie Vanilli.
Oh, nice. Okay, and I don't know who this one is. Scarloey?
Scarloey. Yeah, no.
You read it.
Yeah.
Scarlois.
No.
I think you're inserting letters there that don't exist.
Scarloy?
I'm trying to find him on it. Yeah, no, that's Scarloey Barnaby. That's the full name right there.
I think it's Scarloy.
Huh.
So that I got Robot Millie.
Oh, that's cool.
We also got Hero Thomas.
What else we got in there?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that is it.
Chris is being nice, and he's putting all of his wrappers in the box so that it's easy to clean up. Meanwhile, me and Martin are like, guys!
Yeah, that's what we do.
What else? Oh, okay, so we're going to do a video on this coming up. It'll be a different piece of produced footage. Got my anniversary gift this year from my wife, and she got me the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. There's also a Playmobil one, a Lego Friends, a regular Lego. There's a ton of them. So,
are you gonna wait until December to start, opening these windows?
We'll see.
Nothing says Jesus like Lego Star Wars.
Nothing says the birth of Christ like BB-8 on a snowboard.
BB-8 on a snowboard.
So tonight we are also
Terrible.
going to actually be filming right after this, and we're going to pop it up as quick as possible. We have the brand new Japan crate.
Yes.
All kinds of crazy foods, and it's branded by Tony Hawk.
Yeah, so I guess Tony Hawk specifically picked some of the stuff that's in this crate. I don't know. I'm just super excited to try the drink. It's going to come with some random Japanese drink and some
I hope
snacks
it's
and
kokolash or crab juice.
No, because that's...
Well,
that's,
kokolash is the food,
Yeah.
crab juice is the drink.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't come with that because that's a Middle Eastern thing, yeah.
No,
Dude, last month's Japan crate came with a kiwi flavored Fanta soda.
I love the Fantas from around the world. They're the
Yeah.
weirdest things, man.
It was good.
Fanta.
Nazi company.
Exactly.
That is correct. Fanta, much like Volkswagen, has roots in the Nazi party.
As does Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
As does
Adidas,
you can't.
Yeah, I mean,
And we're at the point where it's
Puma.
like-
As does Ford.
Yeah.
As does keep
I
going.
mean-
As does
Mercedes,
Exactly.
Yeah, Mercedes, BMW.
not the Brahmin Motor Works. Yes, the Brahmin Motor Works. So I think we're all out of toys. Oh no, we're not.
No.
So it is Sentai month, and Chris and I have been watching Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja, yep.
Shuriken Sentai Ninja. It's the brand new.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, it's not out right now. The new one is something
So you
weird.
had something right in your jaw there.
What?
Ninja.
Ninja. Ninger. So they we really
Shut your mouth.
I hate
Shut
it
your
just
mouth.
because of the name.
You shut your
it's
mouth.
so good, man.
Leave the arcade now.
This is damn. Chris is kicking dudes out. So Chris and I are watching the Ninja, and we're going to be doing episode reviews and everything throughout the month. We actually do have a new follower, and we started following somebody else. His name is Optimus Prime Reviews. He does reviews on Sentai, Transformers, and all kinds of stuff. So definitely go over and check him out.
Yeah, we're gonna steal his format and
100%. 100%.
Wait,
We're gonna be like, oh no, we're friends. Stolen
Yeah,
format.
exactly.
we already haven't done that?
Twice. So he just doesn't know it yet. So but yeah, we've been watching Sentai, and that's what me and him had been talking about. He opened a Clawzord, or not opened, but he was doing a review on the Clawzord that actually came from Super Samurai here in America, which is Samurai Sentai Shinkenger in Japan. Sorry, I had to go over all the crazy names that are in my head right now.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we really liked in the Ninja was our favorite of the Rangers is the White Ranger.
Yeah. Her outfit's pretty badass.
Yeah,
That
she's
is a
pretty
really
great.
cool outfit. I will give you that.
love the color combination. I think with that color combination, she's allowed to do a sharpshooter.
Yes, she is.
So,
She was trained in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
The only thing I don't like about this figure, which we already kind of talked about, is
Show the
yeah.
showing me.
I'm
I
going to show
own
the
figure.
camera
What are
too.
you
Don't
going to show
worry.
me?
I'm going to show the camera too.
I will smack.
Why did you just become Rodney Dangerfield?
I'm gonna.
Well, now nobody's going to get to know why.
All right, for the record,
like it.
what nobody saw on the screen, somehow I
You
magically
kicked it.
also kicked it. So I don't know how that
Kick
worked
saved
out.
No, now nobody gets to talk about it. Nope.
Hashtag 5Alives over.
I don't like the sword. I don't
Yeah,
understand why one they made it all black when they could have at least just did a silver. Yeah,
Silver is
blade.
what my thought.
Yeah.
would be.
The other thing I don't like about it is that it's a full-on sword. These guys are ninjas, you know.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, and in the show, the weapon that they use to transform, it's more like a wakizashi. So it's like the shorter, you know, almost like a short sword.
It would be
type
the
deal.
medium of the large, medium,
Yeah,
small.
exactly. So I don't understand why they couldn't have just made it a little bit smaller and just. All you need to do is put one. I mean, you can leave the handle all black and everything like that. Just make the blade
So what you're
silver.
saying is Bandai's lazy. Way to
Yes.
be lazy, Bandai.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We are not going to say that because everything that's in this
That's
case
right.
is
Yeah.
Bandai.
It's
so
just it's just a cost cutting thing.
it
That's
is.
all.
You know what? It's just what the figure is.
Yeah, I mean, when you're paying X amount of dollars for an item, you're also paying for the detail and everything like that. So what? We only paid $10 for this, right?
Yeah, $10. Now,
Yeah.
you compare it to something like this.
Yes.
And here, I'll actually get close to the camera so everyone can kind of see this one. When you have something like this, it's insane detail. I mean, there's articulated spots on the actual gun. The sword that he holds goes into it. The spinning belt piece goes into it. You're not going to get that with that. That's a $10 figure. This is a $50 figure. So
I'm just
to compare one to the other.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just looking for a little bit more, not even detail, but just a little bit more accuracy. I guess is really that. I mean, for $10, you shouldn't be gypped on accuracy of the show. Is really what I'm saying.
Ah.
And then I ate them.
Hamburger.
So, yeah, this is actually what's really cool in the shows when they get this. It's a bull. It also half controls a bull Zord that then becomes part of the whole big set. So this is actually a really cool piece.
I do also like the Zord in Ninja as well. That like kind of like shrine almost.
Yeah,
like, it's
it's really cool. And then the Red Ranger, like, he doesn't ride on top of it. He rides in it, like it's it's a power suit, basically. The 6th Ranger,
but he can deploy from that too, and then he's like on the side of it.
Yeah, he can do both.
Yes.
So the 6th Ranger that is on the way here, I know what he is. It is the most ridiculous. I cannot wait till you see this.
I gotta watch some more episodes. I think I've only watched maybe 3 or 4.
This is one of those things I haven't seen the episodes, but I've seen the character. I've seen the readout. I've seen his Zord. I've seen all of
You've
the
read
things.
the wiki page.
I went to the wiki. No, well, honestly, when this had come out, I was in a Sentai group on Reddit, and every week, because this shows every Saturday morning, there's Kamen Rider first, then there's Sentai, and then it's called Super Hero Time! And then they do their big thing. And
then they never see boobs.
Exactly.
Hey,
I also
look at
think...
a pair occasionally in the mirror.
I also think the White Ranger is the cutest Ranger of the female duo in...
Now, is that the one that's his sister?
Yes.
Okay, so the loose storyline that we're working with right now is that the Red Ranger comes back after being away from his family for a while to their ninjutsu dojo.
Yes.
When he comes back, ninjutsu dojo.
Yeah.
When he comes back, he's attacked immediately by the minions of whoever the bad guy is in the show.
I don't even think they've given...
They haven't even given him a name yet. So he comes back, he fights him off, and then we start to meet the sister and the other people, and their whole thing is that they are families dedicated to protecting the ninja.
Yes,
ninjutsu shrine.
Their grandfather has the title of the last ninja.
Yes. So it's really cool. I love the effects in it. Lots of fire effects, lots of fighting effects.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I love like the punchline of the show, which is basically ninjas hide but we run wild or something like that. That's
really
pretty sweet.
good.
Yeah.
The theme song's great. The theme song is what actually got us to do it because we watched through a whole video of like every one.
Yep.
And then as we got to the newer stuff, it was like, okay, this is good, that's good. Then we got to this, and that's the one we're watching.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna listen to the theme song 53 times, you got to make sure it's good.
Real quick. I watched it. I'd started watching it a bit, but I finally got back into it, and I'm really enjoying it. The Voltron remake on Netflix.
Very awesome.
That's a good show too. Yeah.
Super good. I'm almost at the end. I'm almost at the end of the second season, and I've loved every second of it. It's just super well done. Voice cast, art or animation, just. It was
very well done. It was just proof of, again, Netflix taking over. You know, it's and to give such a quality product when they really didn't have to.
Yeah.
Voltron says fan service. That's what that's the name alone is fan service.
Well, and that's the whole thing. And they could have just gone the terrible Disney XD route as far as what they do with their Marvel stuff, which is super cheap. It's all for kids, so we don't have to actually put any thought behind it. We'll cancel the one decent show we ever had. But no, they went let's get one of the best.
Oh, we got to get the favorite out there.
Yeah. Let's get.
We're putting anyone in there. It's Go Yellow.
Let's get one of the best damn producers or directors in the world, in Joaquin Dos Santos, to do this. We'll actually, put thought behind it. We'll get good voice acting. We'll get an actual decent storyline. I can't say enough about it and how good it is.
Well, good. Shut your mouth, because I think we're done for the night.
Wow, there's just no need for it.
There's all the need in the world. So, Now, just for the record, I really did when I got this, and I was sitting watching Go-Kai Girl. I was probably on like the 30th episode, and I would just sit there and like getting ready to transform.
Oh yeah. One of these days, Bobby T is going to do that, and he will actually...
I will transform.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it will be what happens when you actually get struck by lightning.
Oh, you fall down and shit your pants for a while?
He'll just be a charred mess.
Charred mess of shit. So,
You shit your pants and forget who you are for half an hour.
Superpower. Will I use it for good, or will I use it for evil? So, with that... We've been 5Alive.
We have. Oh no!
Oh, Luca Malfi.
Devalues dollar after dollar. Nobody's gonna want to buy this now. You know what? I'm just gonna take this off your hands because nobody's gonna want this anymore. It's done. It's ruined.
We're actually gonna send that out to the 100 subscriber.
Nope. I'm saving the 100 subscriber from this, so it's mine
now. You are
now.
going to get these puzzle pieces.
You'll get these puzzle pieces.
Right, those are worth more now than
not
this
the $100 action figure.
It's not worth $100 now.
$99.99.
It fell. It's worth 2 cents.
That is funny. So, yeah, with that, I've been Bobby T.
I'm Krizza. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Do
boy.
I have to last? Is that what it is?
I think,
No,
hold on.
sorry.
I think I know what just happened.
What?
Chris is like, I hang out with Bob Moore.
It's true.
I'm going
It's true.
second.
You know what? It was because last week you weren't here, so,
That is true.
Yeah,
He's got you on attendance.
Sure.
It's true. I have been.
Just because I have a shitty job.
In terms of live shows, I've been here more.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Just because I have a shitty job and you can just tell your boss, yeah, I'm not going to show up today. Anyways.
Do the plugs.
Yeah.
I'm Martin. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow us at 5AliveVP on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And use our hashtags 5Alive Live and 5Alive RRR for Chris's Red River Rivalry.
And my 5Alive ARGH for all of the technical difficulties that this show seems to cause me.
And, 5Alive hashtag Carney, because I'm a terrible Carney that's trying to sidestep.
You really did Carney this dude out?
Trying to carny me out, you vampiro mofo.
He just called you a juggalo.
I did.
Dude, I gotta quit now. I'm out.
So, the other thing, again, Patreon, guys.
Yeah.
You give us money, we will keep making these things, and you will get shirtless photos of us.
Why do they want that again?
Bears. Hashtag Bears. They want
Hashtag
to
Patreon
dude,
Bears.
They want to see the lusciousness that is underneath this t-shirt. I know it.
This chest is like a shag. It is like a shag rug that you just want to curl up and watch some good old fashioned TV to. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was hungry until 2 seconds ago. I was like, man, I'm gonna get some food after this. Like, nope, that's dead.
Unlike Martin,
I can put some jam honey right up on this, and you can lick it up. They call
right
that, off this.
They call that the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, except for the Winnie the Pooh doesn't include all of the disgusting black chest hair.
It's gray.
The honey. No, mine's gray.
Oh boy. So yeah, I guess Patreon. If you want to see more nonsense like this, please donate to Patreon. We also will do some exclusive videos, unboxings, and whatever our people want to see.
Unboxings.
You know what we will do? We'll go the opposite because we are counter the culture. Yeah. We will do boxings.
Yes, we'll actually find things in Bobby T's house and box
put
them
them back in a box.
Box them up and then send them out to you.
Yeah, I mean, he has no idea what
returns
he's
the
got.
store.
No, he has
no idea what he's got in here.
Way too much. We are robbing this man's life.
Now, you know what? Before we go, I actually have to say this. This is kind of funny. My wife and I were talking, and we were down here, and there was toys all over the table. My daughter's having a grand old time, and I stop mid-sentence, and I stare at the table, and my wife goes, "Well, what just happened?" I said, "I don't know where that toy came from." And she goes, "What the hell are you talking about?" And it's Padme Amidala from like Revenge of the Sith in Naboo Guard gear. And I didn't buy this figure.
Dude, no, didn't you buy? You bought
I didn't get that.
Oh,
no,
okay,
this is
before.
days before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this particular figure, I didn't know where it came from. I think it must have been from a lot that I bought or something. But what is funny is that you guys say like, "Oh, we've been skimming." I would immediately know. It's Scrooge McDuck.
Hashtag nope.
I'm telling you.
Hashtag
nope.
Nope. Nope.
I may be in a cloud of smoke 100% of the time, but I can tell you where I got each and every one of these figures. Down to possibly one I was wearing.
We're
today.
gonna have to have a 5Alive challenge, like,
Ooh,
dude, yeah. If
is something
like,
missing,
we're gonna snag something, and
I'm just gonna go like this.
And if we
John Cena,
if,
I know it's gonna be John Cena because you're a John Cena fan.
Dude, what happened to that card, man? I know you're a John Cena fan because you gave me a Topps card of John Cena, you motherfucker. I know it.
Oh shit.
We have to have some kind of contest for this. If we could snag something from the arcade and you don't know it, like a listener they gotta get something or whatever.
They better not get the thing you snagged because it's gonna come from behind me. And this is like,
you know how I know Chris is a John Cena fan? Because he's trying to take my spot.
It's true. It's true.
Is your middle name the Nexus?
It very well might
He's stomping
be.
your ass down. He's got that golden. He's got the red shovel.
That's right. I will bury you.
Oh God! All right, I think we're done. Oh, subscribe or something.
The